Marcel Reed, Mario Craver. Who'd like to get us started with a question? We'll go to Travis Brown right here in front.
Hey, Marcel, what was the look on that last play? What were you kind of looking for, and what did they do to mix that up?
Yeah, we were trying to get an exchange, with the receiver and tight end, kind of have a big body in the end zone. Tried to put it up there over some of their backers. They like to drop, right on the goal line, and got it just over, but wasn't in the right spot. So, yeah, they picked us off on that one, and that was the end of the game.
With the way the season started and ended, how do you hope people kind of view this season?
Yeah, I think, it's just another step of this program. We took what we learned from last year, brought it to this year, and hopefully we can take from what we learned this year to next year. This was a really, good team. Had some minor setbacks in some games, but ultimately this team worked over the offseason and had a goal in mind, and we put our heads down and went the entire season. Regardless of what people were saying on the outside, we were worried about ourselves, and we had a pretty successful season.
Left side middle, Sam Kahn from The Athletic.
For Collin, you guys weren't able to run the ball consistently, at least as much as I imagine you would like to. What do you think led to the struggles in being able to establish the run game?
Well, I thought, credit Miami, I thought they did a really, really nice job of taking away a lot of easy opportunities in squeezing space, getting off blocks, making tackles, and because we were not able to get the wheels turning in some of those areas, we were in third and long, way too much, and we knew that going in. They're too good of a defensive front to play the game in that field zone. So it's tough. Again, credit to them.
Go front row to Carter from 247.
Marcel, just how would you kind of assess your season, and what do you think maybe you need to get better in this offseason?
I think I had a pretty decent season, definitely better than last year, and there's room to grow for sure. I'm going to go into this offseason and just, keep pounding, trying to make throws in tight windows and stuff like that, make sure my feet are set, and just do that. I mean, I don't think, there's really anything tremendously that, I have to nitpick on, but, I'm just going to keep growing over the years.
With 7 sacks, just what were they presenting to you guys that was such a challenge from a pass rush standpoint?
Well, I think it's there's some things schematically, but for the most part, they create ways to get those guys in one-on-one situations, and but again, we knew it was going to be a long day if we were going to play in that many third and long to go situations, right? And credit to them.
Let's go back behind the lights to Parker.
Mario, I saw you have a pretty long embrace there with KC after. What did you say to him, and what has he meant to you throughout this year, just kind of being that 1-2 combination?
I just told him thank you for everything he's done. I told him he made me a better teammate, a better person, better player in all aspects of the game. I just told him thank you, just in case he won't be here next year.
And then just talking about the receiving corps as a whole, maybe one of the most talented groups that's come through here. How do you want this group to be remembered in that aspect?
I just want us to be remembered as explosive play guys, big play guys, get the ball in our hands, create plays in space. That's us.
Or let's go to the right side to Christy from the Associated Press, and then Cedric.
Marcel, I know you guys are disappointed right now, but is there a sense of pride knowing that you got the Aggies to a place they'd never been before and were able to do things that hadn't been done here ever?
Yeah, it's definitely a sense of pride. This loss stings not only because it put us out, but it was a loss at home, and we were looking to go undefeated at home. I think we thought that this season obviously could have been a lot better than what it ended at. But we're proud of what we've accomplished. Like I said earlier, it's just, we're growing, and we grew from last year, and we're going to grow again from this year.
Go on, stay on the right side with Cedric Golden from Statesman.
Hey, Collin, as you and Marcel part ways, this offseason, he took a big jump from last year to this year. What's his upside moving forward?
Well, Marcel's dear to me, and I couldn't be more proud of first of all the whole unit, but how he has grown into leading that unit. And these two guys are two of the best competitors that I've ever been around. And you know, it was a joy and an honor coming to work with them. You know, I told him after the first spring practice, our first spring scrimmage that we were here 2 years ago, you know, I told him he's got a chance to be as good as anybody that has come through this program. And I think the sky's the limit for him. I think his character and foundation is outstanding, and it's extremely bittersweet.
Let's knock out the left side at second row. Colton, Alex, and Aaron.
This one's for all of y'all. What has this Aggie family meant to all of y'all, especially like after a time like this?
As an Aggie family, you mean like everybody, or like just yeah?
Yeah, Aggie as a team. As a team.
As a team, okay. I mean, this team is probably one of the best teams I've ever been on. You know, I've been through. This is my third year of college, and you know, I was here for Jimbo and Elko. So just being here as a freshman and seeing the changes that have been made, and the difference in the culture and how bought in our players are, it was great to see. And I had a talk with, you know, my roommate Dalton Brooks, and then Torian York is just a really good friend of mine. I mean, we talked about this when we were freshmen, that we were going to put this team in a position to go win it all. And, you know, we kind of wrote out our goals and did all that for ourselves. And you know, we just kind of spoke a lot of it into existence. Obviously, we wanted to do more, but, you know, we have made tremendous strides since our freshman year, since we've been here. So I love this team with all my heart. All the coaches, whether they're staying or leaving, I appreciate every single one of them for what they've done for me and this team.
All right, let's go to Alex Miller from the Eagle.
For Marcel, it looked like you had a moment just by yourself after the game where you were sitting on the bench. Just can you kind of take us through what was going through your head in that moment?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't really feel real. You know, I don't want the season to end. A lot of changes are going to be made after this season, so I really didn't want it to end. It sucked. I was just sitting there, trying to avoid as many people as I could. Honestly, you know, I just wanted to be in my own space at that point in time. So yeah, I just sat there with a towel over my head.
And then for you and Mario, just as two returners, I realize it's fresh, but just what are the biggest things the team needs to accomplish this offseason, you feel like, to continue taking steps forward?
I said in the press conference earlier, we have to finish, and that needs to be the motto moving forward. Us need to learn how to finish games.
For Mario, what would you say is the biggest lesson you learned in your first season here at A&M, and what will you take over next season as you potentially lead the receiving corps?
Just keeping a level head no matter what's going on, and me just keeping my composure because my teammates are relying on me. They're looking at me, seeing how I'm reacting to each and every play that's going on out there. So just staying level-headed and becoming a leader.
Let's go to the right side to Kirk Bowles.
Yeah, Collin and Marcel, you had a lot of good drives in the first half that didn't finish. You had the false start before the fourth down try and the fumble on the broken play and the blocked field goal. Did you feel like you're trapped in a rut a little bit and the frustration kind of builds?
Absolutely. I mean, that's, you know, it's kind of the, you know, the story of this one, you know, from the turnover standpoint and no points in the red zone. I mean, that's a way to get beat. And it's hard when you're spinning your wheels because everybody's grinding at it and trying to get it done, and then we weren't able to do that. So it was tough.
Stay on the right side.
Hey, Marcel, you heard Collin kind of get choked up there when he was talking about you. I wonder what you thought in that moment and just what that relationship's meant to you over the years.
Yeah, I don't want this guy to leave, but I'm really happy for him. You know, everybody in the QB room always knew this was a dream of his, to go coach at his alma mater. So, really proud of him. It's going to suck, but, things change. It's life, and, I love this guy to death. I mean, he's taught me a lot of lessons. I'm always, just talking to him. He checks in on me more than anybody besides my parents. And, even when I come up there to just, watch film with him, he's always asking me how I'm doing, how's my day been, and, where I'm at, with everything that's going on in the world. So, he's really like a second father to me. My dad was a coach, so, I'm used to having a coach as a father. So, yeah, this guy, he's done a lot. He's done a lot for me, him and his family.
Left side middle to Mac from the Star-Telegram.
A question for Mario and Marcel both. Chance to play a playoff game on campus. Can you speak to just how much fun it was to play a playoff game here at Kyle Field?
Yeah, it's an amazing environment. You never should be mad at having the opportunity to play at Kyle Field. This is probably the greatest place in college football to play at. Unfortunate, end to the season at home, but, we love all the fans here and the energy they bring.
Go right side front to Carter.
Marcel, just from your point of view on that incompletion to Ruben, did you feel like that should have been a targeting or reviewed or anything?
I thought so, but it's not up to my discretion. In the game of football, things like that happen, and you just got to keep playing, go to the next down. So it's unfortunate, but you have to get to the next play.
And how did you see Le'Veon just kind of handle the last several weeks, working his way back, and how tough was it for you guys mid-game to lose him again?
Yeah, it's honestly probably more tough for him than it is for us. But it sucks to lose one of your best players on offense, and he's been doing so much to try to work back and get to this opportunity, and it just sucks that happened, and then also that we're not able to go on so he can be back again. That's really the part that hurts the most.
We'll wrap it up on the left side with Sam and then Tyler.
For Mario and Marcel, I know 11-0, you guys reached some tremendous heights and wanted to go and win a national championship. What do you think will stick with you most, as this thing comes to an end?
Just the brotherhood this team had. Like, this team was a real family. These guys really accepted me coming in from the transfer portal, and I just really love these guys, and it was an honor to play with every single last one of them.
Yeah, really what he said. This team, like I said, is probably one of the greatest teams I've ever played on. There's tremendous talent, and we're always competing with each other in practice, and always have things to say to each other. But at the end of the day, it's all love, and the locker room was, probably some memories I'll have for the rest of my life, and I just appreciate every single person that was on the team.
We'll finish with Tyler Shaw from KBTX.
Marcel, Dalton Brooks was in here and talked about, as a roommate, just the conversations you guys have after every game of, what went wrong, right, what you guys can do better. How do you anticipate this conversation to go?
Yeah, I really don't know what this conversation is going to be like, but it's going to be a long one for sure. York will probably be over at the house. We sit down and watch the game every time. After every game, we'll turn it on, just watch it, TV copy. And, I don't know what's going to be said, but it's going to be a real long conversation. And, I think we're going to talk a little bit about the future too. What's going to change and hearing like what should have been done, but like at the end of the day, you can't change what happened already. So it's really just going to be a lot of talking, and there's not really much result that comes behind it. But yeah.
Okay, that's a wrap. Thanks, everybody.